communicated very soon, and then our opponents as well. And now these are some of the questions that are coming out. And we had one particular indication from Seth Simon Okreku. We know we've been talking about this thing, whether players that didn't play in the qualifiers can come and say that they are now naturalizing and playing for Ghana. These are some of the questions that we're asking. And then we asked you your views. You brought them. We still want to have more of that. But right now, on there we have Ket Okreku, that is Ket Simon Okreku. He says that if we have approached you before and you turned us down, if you've shown lack of respect or refused to play for Ghana in the past, count yourself out. Now, this is what he's saying. If we have approached you before and you turned us down, if you've shown a lack of respect or refused to play for Ghana in the past, count yourself out. I'm going to take that statement once again. We are going to delve deeper into this particular statement. The GFA president, he says that if we have approached you before and you turned us down, if you've shown a lack of respect or refused to play for Ghana in the past, count yourself out. Landlord,
Nana,
who do you think this particular one is actually targeted to? A player that comes to mind when it comes to if you've refused to play for the Ghana Black Stars before in the past, count yourself out. A player that maybe we've come out to say has refused for some purported reasons to play for the Black Stars, as one player that we all talk about, Baba Abdul Rahman. He's in fine form for his club in Greece. Do you think this is justified enough? Do you think he's now ostracized out of the team?
Anna, thank you. I've seen head coach Otuado also being in an interview saying the same thing as the GFA president is saying. And God bless the GFA president and head coach. Now, before I answer your question, today will be the first time saying this thing on this precious station. I was telling my mom, that was on Monday, say, anywhere that he sees you, he should pray for you. The reason why I'm saying this thing, Nana, I remember very well when you called me to come and work with you. I told you, say, I'm done with radio and TV. I want to go back to school. But you were able to convince me to come. So since this blaster issue came up, I was just thinking in the house, it's Kanana friend and Amamba, and I was always watching the show. I said the show agent, so I want to be part of the team. Will you guys accept me? You guys will not accept me because you guys have built a very solid foundation here. Maybe I'll be a visitor. Back to what I was, the example I'm making, Nana.
We the work of assembly baby.
And I'm there. I want Nana. This life, no, football is a lifestyle. I said it here, and I will continue to say it. No contribution, no chop. When we these guys, no. Let me use these two guys because someone on my center of attractions. You see how people are talking about Odoi and Edin Ketia.
Before you move on, 3 different numbers are calling the WhatsApp.
Please don't call us.
Please don't call the WhatsApp number.
Yeah,
send a text message. We'll be opening the phone line shortly, and then you'll be able to call. But right now, send us a text via WhatsApp 050-050-0421. Text us on WhatsApp, and then we'll be kind enough to read it for you. And landlord, sorry, move on.
Nana, so as I was saying, these two people are the people who are on my center of attraction, Edin Ketia and Caleb Hansen Odoi. Nana, we called them. I saw former GFA spokesperson Ibrahim Sanidara, God bless him, one of the senior most people in this country. He said, they called them during the time of, and he made references. At the time now, GFA president Kwesi Nyantakyi was there. He came back to the coaches. The time Coach Kwesi Appiah was there, when C.K. Akono was there, when Chris Hilton was there, and when Otuado was there, now Okono Sabai, we called them. And then they told us point blank, say they need time to sort from their club side and their family. I'm sure the previous years in the forum, our last World Cup near coin, and I still that they called them, but they said they needed what time for them to consult their family members. And club side, nobody about. All of a sudden, after we qualifying to the 3 countries, Canada, USA, Mexico, almost all family Nakasa, they are now coming back. When we were playing the qualifiers, why didn't you raise up this whole Buhara say you want to come and play in the qualifiers so that you will go? Nana, as I always say, to be frank, if not because of our viewers, I will not be able to comment about this because I said, say, what you pay attention to what gets you. Nana, have you seen right now our football there? I will say it 100% say your football no look very attractive. Nana, the reason I'm saying, look at our female ladies, the Black Queens. Just 2 days ago, they beat Morocco national team 3-0 at Morocco. In the
Egyptian national team.
Egyptian. On Tuesday, they are playing at Accra Sports Stadium. At first, in Manaboba, Nana, you know more attention is how. Even when they are playing now, support them, but this time you could see the moral support, everything. So it means our football is on the right course. So we are qualifying it. We shouldn't pay attention to things that will not be healthy to us. Next month, we are playing 2 solid friendly match. One against South Korea and one against Japan. I remember our last World Cup, we played against South Korea and we beat them 3-2. It was a very difficult game and Japan too has qualified to the World Cup. As time goes on, maybe December, one of the South American teams, maybe Argentina, maybe Brazil, maybe Paraguay, maybe Uruguay, then we'll play against them. Then in January, if say a bad break in Ibima, they will go to the Europe. We play against England. We play against Portugal. We play against Germany. Then we are building up. We are building capacity. We are building strength in the team. Than we talking about things that is not healthy to the team. Because for me personally, the head coach has said it. GFA president has confirmed it. So, or say those who were willing to play, we'll call them. But those who were not willing to play, I am from it is disrespect to the country. It is highly disrespect to the country. It is left with the president. The first gentleman of the state, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. When he says that it's final, we shouldn't politicize this thing. Say when this party was there, you throw away. When this and they are always using the coach as an example. Say when the coach went to the 2006 World Cup, he never played in the qualified. In international time now, you should call people who didn't play in the qualifier. You understand that in our country will not grow. You play, you contribute, so that when you go there, we'll see. Now we have the guys. So the issue that right now we're not even focusing is, let me tell you this issue. Why is it that when our guys in Europe don't perform well in our blaster? These are the issues that we need to tackle. These are the issues that we need to see and find solution to it. Semenyo is performing well. This against Comoros. When they went, what happened?
Assist.
Semenyo gave assist. Who again?
Isaku assist.
Assist. Kudus gave an assist. Pate played. Zibo played. Although the Pate and Zibo lost. But look at how they are performing. Brandon Tomonasante. Right after he went, he scored. Benjamin Asari. Right after he came back, he kept a clean sheet. This midweek, we saw Prince Owusu, we saw Mohamed Salisu and Mohamed Kudus in the Champions League. Both of them kept a clean sheet. It was I learned Salisu had a man of the match in that game. He performed very well. Training rates now 80.20. That is what we need in our team. Not people who are not contributing anything, who are giving disrespect to our country. Then our senior journalists will be supporting them. I'm not saying so what could just scary banana. The right thing has to be done. The GFS president has said it all. The right thing has to be done.
Okay. So now, Lord, you've said quite a lot on this. I know you are very passionate.
Very passionate.
Now let's look at the statement itself and analyze the statement that he has given. For me, I'll just say that if you're a coach, then you can warrant this advancement because you are the one who knows the players that you want to use to achieve what glory or to prepare to whatever stage that we want to reach in the World Cup. Now, does this particular quote show that there is interference in the selection of players to the Ghana national team, the senior national team, Black Stars? And now, you're looking at the fact that a GFA president can come and say that if we have approached you before and you turned us down, if you've shown a lack of respect if you've refused to play for Ghana in the past, count yourself out. This is what he's saying. Now, a coach can come from the tactical point of view. I need just for an example, just because I said this, I'm not even mentioning this. I need so and so at the left wing to get to the semi-finals of the World Cup. If you get me this player, I want to get to the semi-final of the World Cup. If you get me this other player, I'll make sure that I'll be able to get to the semi-finals of the World Cup. Now, this is what the coach is saying. Now, because you are the FA president, and you have also come out and brought your own statement to say that if you have approached you before, if you have shown disrespect to, it may bring about different clashes. A coach may want one player, and then the FA people too say, we don't want this player. Now, it's bringing about interference. At the end of the day, for tactical reasons, the coach's decision should be paramount. I want to hear your concerns about this too.
Nana, I watched the interview where the GFA president went with Asempa, one of the senior most journalists in Ghana, Maestro, doing the interview. And I saw the questions as they were asking the GFA president. And Nana, after the GFA president made this statement, Maestro asked him a question, say, so it is true that does the GFA do interference in the call up into the people in the national? He must know. And he even stated, say, I have a team at Ghana, Dreams FC. If say can interference will be involved. And then he also asked him a question like this, say, people are calling, say we should add 5 local players into the national team. Because when we go to the World Cup, we saw the first one, money came into the club side. Because when you go into the World Cup, local teams, they give them money. FIFA will give them money. We saw at the previous World Cup when I think 2 of the local players got money and it benefited the whole. So also for that one,
Kasari got money for Kumasi and the likes.
So he said, say, it's only the time and as a right state to say it's a player selection or involved. But when you think deep down this statement now, who will share the right angle and the left angle, Nana, it's a very serious statement by the GFA president. I don't know why he said this thing, and I'm sure they will the also for the calling of Baba Rahman, for the calling of Hansen Odoi, and even just recently I've heard said we should take the day you and we'll say a very goodbye to him to the World Cup. That is what I've seen on social media. You know, this is how social media and the has come to stay. But Nana, for what the president said, the GFA president said, it's a very, very serious issue. And our point is now raising, so what if, say, the coach wants to call these people? Would the president tell the coach to stop? These are the questions that we need to ask. It's a very, very serious issue. But for me, I'll take it from this point and say, he's also saying, say, the reason why inside these people are, we shouldn't call them, they say, it's all born to the respect that I was talking about when I started my submission. Respect is reciprocal. You know, when we're growing up, I saw stories on social media. People were saying, "Me dem mama papa and shame to me dem nye me show." Obedi yaw, akrani bedi yaw. No said, my mom and my dad was not part of my breakthrough, so why should I even help them? That is what is happening in our country right now. So for the GFA president involving himself into it, I think that there's more to it. There is more to this issue because now that's what I'm saying. So the only person who can get involved and calm it down is our first gentleman of the state. But
he's also FIFA too does not even allow political interference.
Now this one is not political interference. No, when you talk about political interference, and you say President because I'm coach we near Sakino, or maybe President because you national team, and I say President because my World Cup. That is political interference. Then the FIFA, I don't know about.
But for if that, I'm sure that is maybe somewhat a far cry. But we'll come to it. Let's hear what our viewers also think. You can keep sending messages. Let them come in 050 050 0421. That's the number that you can actually text us on WhatsApp. And we'll read your messages for you, 050 050 0421. I can remind you that we are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube as well. So if you just go on YouTube and Facebook and you search for Clog TV, you'll be able to watch us live and in HD. So yes, with that being said, we need your views. We need your input in this particular one. Landlord wants to give us an update.
A quick update on Kumasi Asante Kotoko. 26 minutes play in the game. Work of Morocco to Kotoko 1. 26 minutes play. Aziz Kai and I was able to score the second goal for Kumasi Asante. So the aggregate is 3-1.
So as it stands now, Kumasi Asante Kotoko will be coming back home and will not continue their continental journey if things remain the same. But we are hoping and praying that they'll make Ghana proud come 90 minutes, because we still have a lot of minutes to actually go. They are yet to play 30 minutes even in this particular one. So I'm sure that come the end of the game, we can have some good news for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. We can have some good news for Ghanaians in this particular regard. With that being said, we'll go for this short commercial break. When we come back, we do have more for you. Don't go anywhere. Stick and stay. Yes, you are still live on your ultimate and number one sports show in the nation. My name remains Nana Yasari. I'm in the studios with Isaac Opoku, aka the landlord of Ghana football. And yes, we are still delving deeper into the Black Star saga. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your comments as well. All inclusive on this particular show, 050-050-0421. We've got a couple of comments on this particular situation concerning the senior national team, the Black Stars. And this is what this person is saying. This is Amwenua from Kwashiman. Ket is right. He has our voices. We don't need them. Thank you. Good evening, Clog Sports. Simple, straight to the point. Yes, this is what he's saying. This one is also from Beatrice. Beatrice is also texting us from Dansuman. It looks like the women are actually enjoying the show more. Beatrice says that Clog Sports always the best. Watching you live on our big screen in Dansuman. Okay, so shout out to everyone watching us from Dansuman. Landlord, we'll be going on to the next part of the show. I'm sure people will be dropping a lot of comments. They're actually doing that at the moment. But now let's talk about the Black Queens. We've talked about the Black Stars. It's only fair that we talk about the Black Queens because the Queens are also doing exploits. They went they went away from home, went to play against Egypt, the Egyptian national team, the ladies, and then they beat them by 3-0. You mentioned that they'll be coming here on Tuesday at the Accra Sports Stadium to come and go at it hammer and tongs again on this same issue. Now we have that particular match in the highlights for you, where Doris Bwedua and her friends or her sisters did magic for the national team. That's the senior national women's team. So stick and stay, enjoy.
سبادوا بتنطلق في مساحة وعلى طول بتلعبها على يمين فرح سمير.
Yes, we are trying our possible best to actually do that for you. And a lot of messages keep coming in. But now we'll move on to the next agenda on our story, which is the Ghana Premier League. Now let's focus on the Ghana Premier League and the fixtures that were actually on previously. Landlord, let's revisit the fixtures that were before. Which one actually caught your eye?
Is it for tomorrow's?
No, last weekend's fixtures. Then move into
Last weekend,
yes.
it was my own club, Accra House of Folk versus Brekum Chelsea. For the past 3 seasons now, House of Folk have been getting a point at Brekum.
The Golden City
Park. At first, it wasn't like that, but I don't know what is wrong with the Brekum City team. They are not performing very well this time around under Coach Samuel Bodu, but all the same, it's all part of the football. So, Masud Didi Dramani is in to prove a point. Played 6 matches, not conceded, almost scoring like 7 goals. Benjamin Asai clean sheet, also not conceding in the pool. So I think it's a very good call for them. So last week that was the match that caught my eye. You know, when their goalkeeper Eric Ofori Enchi got a red card, former Accra House of Folk defender was in the pools and he made some 2 saves where the supporters were very happy. But it was unfortunate Mauli Wayos scored the second goal. Some of the House of Folk supporters were angry because they said they wanted more goals because red card and the goalkeeper player catching. They wanted more goals. But all the same, it's all good. So I think that was the match that caught my eye last week.
Okay, so now I'll quickly run through some of the results. The resounding results last week, and this one it says that Dreams FC 2, Nations FC 0. That was an interesting one. Mediama Sporting Club 1, Samatex 1, Swedro All Blacks 2, Basake Holy Stars with a red card 0, Bichem United 2, Vision FC 0, Brekum Chelsea 0, Accra House of Folk, just as you said, 2, Hohoi United 0, Adriana Stars even with a red card 2, Bibiani Gold Stars 3, Heart of Lions 1. That was an interesting one. If Heart of Lions would have won that game, they would have extended their lead at the top of the table. 11 Wonders 0, Karela 0. And now on Thursday, the BN Gold Stars once again played and then showed that yes, they're indeed the defending champions against Brekum Chelsea, and they won Brekum Chelsea by 1-0. Today, the game has gone on. Basake Holy Stars once again losing to Accra, not Accra, Heart of Lions. Heart of Lions. So now Lions beat Basake Holy Stars by 3-0. Now let's look at the fixtures that are actually ongoing at the moment. We said today Heart of Lions beat Basake Holy Stars by 3-0, and now we'll be turning our attentions to Adriana Stars. Adriana Stars will be playing against Dreams FC. That will be the only match tomorrow. So Adriana Stars versus Dreams FC. And then on Sunday, we'll be having Heart of Oak versus BBN Gold Stars. And after that, we'll have Karela, Bichem United. All of them will be playing concurrently. At 3 o'clock, Mediama Sporting Club versus Swedro All Blacks. Nations FC versus 11 Wonders. Samatex, Hohoi United. Hohoi United will need to travel very, very far to Samatex, that's in the Western North region, to play them. Then we have Young Apostles versus Brekum Chelsea. So these are some of the fixtures coming in for the weekend. It's going to be very, very interesting. Kumasi and Kotoko, when they come back home, they'll be playing against Vision FC. That particular game has been postponed. Kumasi and Kotoko, Accra Hearts of Folk, once again, are the only 2 teams that are unbeaten in this season's Ghana Premier League. Kumasi and Kotoko played 4 games, conceded 0. Accra Hearts of Folk played 7 games, conceded 0. Landlord.
And it's going to be a tough week. House of Folk still playing tough matches. From Brekum playing against BBN Gold Stars. BBN Gold Stars, coming from the CAF Champions League, and last season they were winners. So I think it's going to be a very difficult game on Sunday at the Nations Wembley. We just hope Masud Didi Dramani, led by technical team, will do wonders. And my own good friend, SM for life, Benjamin Asari clean sheet. We'll keep his clean sheet, and we'll see how best we can go about. I'm just hoping. I said it. I'm sure maybe Wednesday we need to revisit our chat in a year concerning the team who's going to lift the Ghana Premier League. I still stand by my word. This season, Accra House of Folk is lifting the Ghana Premier League.
Just because you mentioned Accra House of Folk, I've got a message over here that's making me smile very, very much. And this one is coming from Haruna. Haruna and I, we go way back. We play football together. And this one says that, bro, this is Haruna from your hood, Jolu. Didi Dramani has to try his best and bring back the glory days to our club. That is Accra to Folk. What he's doing now, we hope he can build on that and make us champions again. So this is coming from.
I think I don't know if you're watching us. It's in the pipeline. You could see that the only problem that House of Folk is having right now is scoring more goals. Because at times, almost 0-0.
Yeah.
They don't score. So right now, I think going back to the glory days, it's in the pipeline where Coach Samuel Boydu was able to lift 3 trophies in the season. You know, I think it's a Masudi Dramani can do wonders in it. So let's calm down for him. 6 matches, early days yet, but. What I've seen, some of the matches that I've watched on social media.
But if you've played your first 6 matches for a club in the league and then you've conceded 0 goals, then it's actually very good.
Yeah, it's very, very good. But now, conceding 0 goals and I know what score like 6.
No, but you know that the best teams, you know, goals win you games, but defense wins you titles.
Yeah.
So if we have that in mind, Heart of Oak. That means if Heart of Oak should score you 1, they've won the game.
Yeah, for that one. But
in retrospect,
we don't want that situation. So we don't want that one goal project. We need more. We need more. Hamza Issa and Francis Doku and Mauli Wayo have to up their game because what I've seen and I'm just hoping they will continue like this. But inshallah, by next year, now inshallah, Accra will go lift the trophy.
I'll leave you to actually look for updates on the Kotoko game as well, because there's a strong first half coming in. That's what people are saying. This one is saying that, good evening, Clog Sports. I'm watching the Kotoko game right now. The referee is not officiating the match well. This one says a strong first half, we can do it. This is coming from regular boss from Amasaman. Now, this one also says that Holy Stars should not pay their goalkeeper this much. This month, that is, I'm awful goalkeeping the cause of the 2 Lions goals in this match, and in admonition that we should actually go and watch the highlights of this particular one. Is this Holy Stars, that Basake Holy Stars should not pay their goalkeeper for this month for awful goalkeeping. All the goals they conceded came as a result of his negligence. A lot of messages coming in. This one also says that Ejewa, Clog Sports all the way, enjoying your show as always. And this one is coming from Barrister Kojo. He says that Super Clog Sports always the best. About Kurt's comments, he's now taking us back. As a fan, I would like to see transparency in how GFE applies these criteria. Clear communication on why certain players are included or excluded could help manage expectations and build trust with the fans. So this is what he's actually saying, that they should be transparent. The reason why you called this particular player, you just bring it out, you bring it to bear, and then you mention it. And then now this one says that if a player is talented and has the ability to help Ghana make history by winning the World Cup, I think we should put our egos aside and call them, regardless of past rejections. Talent is rare, and if we have players who can bring us success on the biggest stage, we need to swallow our pride and give them the opportunity. I think this has a point. And after all, the ultimate goal is to make our country proud and not to hold grudges. This is actually very well said. This is coming from Peter. He's actually saying that we should put our egos aside. If they are there and then they want to help or they have the capability of helping the team, then we should just give them the leeway to do that.
I think there's a saying, opinions are like noses. Peter but this is not about ego and pride. As you said,
I think it's about it. If you put performances aside,
that means you're putting
meritocracy aside.
No, I'm not trying to prove a point or try to convince Peter, but I want to explain certain things. You said transparency. Let's add accountability to it. How do you call it? If say I'm from on man rejecting India, it would be a different story. But Nana, we called them and they said no. Not once, not twice, 3 times. We called them. We need your service. Come and help the team. But you said no. But when we said, baby, where we are going there, you can compete with your friends, and at the club side, you want to come. So, Peter, please, this is not about ego and pride. It's about transparency. We call them not once, not twice, not 3 times, so many times, but they rejected us. So, Peter, please, I'm looking into the camera talking to you. This is not about ego and pride. It's about transparency.
Oh, okay. So we have to put that also aside. And then we'll also be talking about that as well. And now let's go. This one says that hands for touch the keeper, Charlie. This is Prince from Teshi, saying that Kotoko's goalkeeper. Once again, we all thought that Kamara may have been a problem for them because his handling and then his communication at the back wasn't the best. But right now, Aziz Dari is in goal, and it looks as though people are also not satisfied. This one says hands for touch the keeper, Charlie. That means they have to put their hands on the goalkeeper because he's not performing to their optimum best. These are more messages that are coming in, but before we have to go and talk about the English Premier League, your favorite league in the world is actually going on now. We'll be bringing to you the fixtures. At the moment, Leeds versus West Ham United. The first half is actually going on, and not a lot of games time has gone on. But Leeds United are already beating West Ham United by 2-0. The first goal came from Joe Rodon, a header and an assist by Sean Longstaff. And then the second goal, the first goal came from Brendan Aronson. That is Brendan Aronson, the American player. That is in the 3rd minute. And then in the 15th minute, shortly after, we have Joe Rodon scoring a goal, a header, an assist by Sean Longstaff. A cross came in from Sean Longstaff, and then Joe Rodon prodded it home. And Callum Wilson has also been replaced, or is now coming on for Oliver Scouse. 2 injuries in this particular one, early days yet. James Justin is also in for Gabriel Goodmanson, another injury. So a lot of injuries happening in this particular one. Friday night Premier League, and then we'll be going to our Sunday fixtures. We'll be seeing Chelsea, who are hitting red hot form, playing against Sunderland at Stamford Bridge. Newcastle at St James's Park will be hosting Fulham. Manchester United will be playing against Brighton and Hove Albion at Old Trafford, and Brentford versus Liverpool. That's going to be an interesting one because they are playing at the Den, the London Community Stadium. That is at Brentford. And then also we go on Sunday, we'll be having the league leaders Arsenal hosting Crystal Palace in a North London derby at the Emirates Stadium. That's going to be an interesting one. And then we will follow up, go to Birmingham, and then we'll have Aston Villa playing against Manchester City. Aston Villa will be hosting them at the at the Villa Park, that is. And then Bournemouth also versus Nottingham Forest at the Vitality Stadium. We have Wolves playing against Burnley, and we have Everton playing against Spurs. That's going to be an interesting one at Goodison Park. So these are the fixtures for the English Premier League. Landlord, quickly, I'll ask you to touch on one. Which one are you looking forward to watching?
Bournemouth versus Nottingham Forest. It's going to be interesting. Yesterday, I watched Nottingham Forest playing in the Conference League.
Yeah.
Wow, Nana. They won 2-0.
Yeah.
It was against Porto. FC Porto.
Yeah.
It was a very good game.
You know, it was immediately their previous game, they lost by 3-0 against Chelsea. Now, when they were playing the second half, in and around the 50th minute, the owner, that's Marinakis, he left the stadium because they were down by 3-0. Immediately he left the stadium. At the end of the game, he fired their coach. That is Ange Postecoglou. So Ange Postecoglou was sacked. He was fired on the spot. And then now he's employed a new coach in Sean Dyche, former Burnley manager, to manage them. So
yesterday,
it's a very good point.
Yesterday he was at the stadium watching the game, and right after the second goal, you could see him nodding. He said, "Oh, my employee coach, Papa." So Nana, I think it's going to be a very interesting game. Yesterday I saw Odoi. He did well. He did well. But
big shout out for Rockstars.
Big shout out to Callum Odoi. He performed very well. But it's going to be an interesting game, you know. Coming in, Bournemouth is also doing wonders in the English Premier League. So that's going to be my match for the week. It's going to be a very, very interesting game.
Very, very interesting game. Landlord, all too soon, our time is fast spent. So I want you to drop your final comments before we actually sign up.
Before my final comment, Kumasi Asante Kotoko game is at first half right now, still 2-1 against Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and the aggregate is 3-1. So we're just hoping that a comeback will be very well for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. We're coming back on Wednesday. God bless you for always watching Monday. Sorry, we're coming back on Monday.
Monday before Wednesday.
Monday before Monday before Wednesday. So keep watching us. As I said, from now up to before we go to the World Cup, please be very careful with the scammers. I beg you guys. Do not give your money to anyone who is saying, Odobeko America. Do any embassy. Michael is not working at any embassy. Be very careful. Joseph, we don't work at any embassy. Please use the right channel. If you don't want to go, the Clog TV crew will be going. We will show everything to you live. The blaster training, everything about the World Cup. Thank you very much.
All right, with that being said, I don't think I have to even add anything. This is how we call it a wrap on today's show. It's been a very good one. Thanks to my production team who are always behind me 24/7 to bring this one. Michael, executive producer, Andy also there, Jewel, Joseph, accurate timekeeper, the Sotum Diallos, and the likes are always there. Thank you very much for actually tuning in and supporting the ultimate #1 sports show in the nation. So we call it a wrap on this particular note. On Monday, we'll see you at Vadechi.